Good afternoon. My name is Steve Pintarelli. I'm the publisher of Beverage Industry Magazine, and I have the pleasure of being here with Chef Wolfgang Puck today, owner of some of the famous restaurants such as Spago and Cut and many others. And we're going to chat a little bit about Wolfgang's launch of his new wines, Puck Wines, talk about pricing a little bit. What will be the target PTR price to retailer and the target PTC price to consumer?
Well, we try to get the price for the consumer to the $15 range, $15 to $20 hopefully. So that's where I think it's a good spot, because then you don't have to think twice about opening a bottle of wine. Mm-hmm. Like we sell it at the restaurant, like around $30, $35, depending where it is. Mm-hmm. Obviously, in Dubai, more, because we have to pay 100% taxes, you know. Mm-hmm. So, but I think here in the United States, anywhere maybe from 15 to 25.
Okay, got it. How are you going to promote the new line? And what type of marketing, traditional and digital, perhaps, will you be implementing?
I think I talked to my son who goes to Cornell, and at Cornell they did a whole study. I didn't get it. He just left yesterday. He's sending me. So how to attract young people to drink, younger people, obviously not 10-year-old ones, but Millennials, yeah. How to market to them the wine. And they did the whole study, so I'm actually very excited. Now for us, the number one marketing tool is in the restaurant. Because if we have a waiter and they bring you the wine and customer love it, and then they say, well, if you want to buy it, you can get it at Costco, at Sam's, or in a liquor store, or at Ralph's, or wherever it is. So you can get it also there if you like it. So I think the restaurant, we have probably 20 upscale restaurants plus many other ones. So if the waiter really tell them about our wine, and they can sell it to the customer, so they will go home and say, God, you know what? It was $28 and it was a really good bottle of wine. Where can I find it? So you go online. Mm-hmm. I even sell it now on Home Shopping, HSN. So okay. I started there also, which gives it some television appeal. You know, people who watch, and I have about 600,000 customers who buy from me at Home Shopping. Mm-hmm. So they will see that we have the wine now too.
Very well. You touched on the on-premise just a little bit before. Are you going to have any specific plans that are going to be a little bit different for the on-premise segment? You know, the hotels, restaurants, taverns?
Yeah, you know.
Are you doing any sampling?
I want people to do wine tastings. I will give people, a lot of free samples, because I want people to enjoy the wine. So that's always my thing is, you want to experience. You can tell me this wine is delicious, but, just like this dish is delicious, but until I taste it, mm-hmm. I will say, yeah, maybe, but you have to taste it. So we'll do a lot of samplings, and also sample with our food, and we're going to do the same thing tonight. Mm-hmm. I said, if I come with a wine, because I always stress food and wine go together, and when you have dinner, a glass of wine is the perfect thing to go with. Mm-hmm. So we're going to cook downstairs food to go with the wine.
Has it been your experience that when people try one of your wines, in say one of your restaurants, for example, they have a favorable experience, that they're more likely to purchase that product for in-home consumption?
Absolutely. In a restaurant you can get the taste, a glass of wine. Let's say you pay $10 for a glass of wine, which today in the upscale restaurant is not expensive at all. And if you like it, you're going to ask the waiter, so where can I find this wine? Mm-hmm. So I think it's really important. We have a big wine by the glass programs in all of our restaurants. We're actually building wine bars now in airports also, where we're going to feature our wine as the big thing, So I think it's going to be an interesting thing over the next 2 years, how we're going to really marry everything together, how people can enjoy good food and good wine.
What consumer demographic are you targeting with these wines, and how will they resonate with that group? You kind of touched on reaching the millennials a bit, but I'm sure it's going to be broad-based across many demographics.
Because the wine is sold and tasted in all of our restaurants, and just like our restaurants have a very broad appeal. We have younger people, millennials, but you also have baby boomers like me. And so we have like this 40-year difference in ages who all enjoy wine today. And I think will appeal to the millennial people, but also to people of my age, because we made a product, we made a wine which is meant to be drank all the time, not just for special occasion. I want people to say, I want to have a good glass of wine with my dinner, and I can afford it.
You mentioned about the charitable cause for the Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and other types of similar diseases. What is the name of that organization exactly? What is the foundation?
Well, you can see it right here on the back. Keep Memory Alive. And we started that with Larry Rubo. So Keep Memory Alive is a foundation out of Las Vegas. We started it with Larry Rubo at Spargo, probably now I would say 18 years ago or so.
Oh, that long?
Yeah, that long ago. And we raised money all the time at Spargo. Each time we did a big benefit, and now it has grown so big. We are doing it at the Bellagio or at the MGM, and have 1,000 people come and so on. So now in Las Vegas, there is a brain health center which is run by the Cleveland Clinic. And so if you're not sure, how your father or your mother or anybody how they do, you can go there and they do the diagnostic there. They talk to the family, because that is just as important, that they know how to deal with them. And some of the people who have like Alzheimer's or dementia, they get very abrupt and violent and everything. So, and it's not them, it's because something is happening in their brain. So it's really an important part, I think. And for me, I was personally, so touched by it because of my mother. And I remember, I don't go to Australia that often, but my mother in 2003, she came to Hawaii. We have a restaurant now in Maui. And she fell and she was in a wheelchair, but I know something was different because she just looked straight ahead like that. And it looked like she wasn't sure where she was or who is there or who is not there. She recognized us for sure, but you could see something was different. And so when I talked to my sister, and they said, yeah, she has dementia. And she died at 79, not because of Alzheimer's, but of some organ failures, but it was almost better. It ended that way then when you see people struggle on and struggle on and struggle on. I mean, now one of my best customers has it, and it's really so sad to see how little by little it goes down. And I sit down with them because I really know them for 30 years, and they ask you the same question over and over again, and you have to be patient and say, yeah, this is what it is, that like if they would ask me the first time. So I think a lot of people out there today are really affected by it. Even if you don't have it, somebody in your family, some of your friends have some disease in the brain. If it's Parkinson or Alzheimer's or dementia, whatever it is, I think we're trying to find a cure.
Well, there's no question Alzheimer's is a very insidious disease, and I commend you.
And there are more and more people have it because we live older and older. So in the old time when people died at 50 or 60, it was not very common. But now you have a lot of people who are 80 and 90 years old, and you say something is not right with them anymore, And I think that's certainly, I think we have to really work on it, because it costs everybody a lot of money to deal with people like that. And if we would find a cure or something which will help to not eradicate it, but at least help it so you don't get it so early. So if you could get it instead of at 70, you get it at 90, you save 20 years.
Well, Wolfgang, we covered a lot of ground regarding your new launch. I'm very excited for you and wish you, great success. Just in closing, are there any other key touch points that you would like to share surrounding the launch?
Well, I think I'm very happy to be with Ross and Sean, to be with Southern, and I know they're going to do a great job. And
did you say Southern?
Yeah.
Southern Wine Spirits?
Yeah. So I really know that they're going to do a great job and help the people, and they will help to get the wine to the market, because distribution is just as important as making the wine. If I cannot get it to the customer, what good does it do? And I think we have the right partners that I think we will be successful. And I think we're going to keep the quality and the price reasonable so everybody will be able to enjoy the wine.
Very well, very well. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you in person.
Good to meet you.
Thanks for your time today.
Thank you.